Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're really trying to cut through the noise on artificial intelligence.
There's certainly a lot of it.
Exactly. So we've gathered a bunch of reports looking at, the next few years. And our goal here is simple. Give you the essential understanding of the big AI changes coming for business, for daily life.
Key trends, economic impacts, maybe some surprising bits too.
Yeah, the stuff that really matters. We've looked at global analyses, market trends, even specific insights for Poland. So let's dive in. What's the future looking like?
Well, the first thing that really jumps out is just the sheer speed AI is expected to become fundamental for businesses.
Fundamental how?
We're seeing projections, serious ones, saying by 2025, that's really soon, half of core business processes could rely on AI agents, autonomous ones.
Wow, half. That's ambitious.
Yeah.
Because right now, adoption isn't that high everywhere, is it?
Not at all. Think manufacturing, HR, logistics, finance. Many are just sort of scratching the surface, so that the growth potential is massive.
And it's not just like admin tasks, right? You mentioned healthcare earlier.
Oh, absolutely. In healthcare, some AI agents are already hitting, get this, 90% accuracy in early disease detection, cancers, neurological stuff.
90%. How fast?
Analyzing an MRI scan in about 0.24 seconds.
Okay, that's staggering. But scaling that up globally, that needs infrastructure, right? Better data handling.
Definitely. Those are the big hurdles. But the forecast for that specific industry, autonomous AI agents, some predict a 100-fold increase in the market over the next, say, 12 years.
100-fold. Okay. So agents are one huge trend. What else?
Building right on that is the explosion of generative AI, AI that creates things.
Like ChatGPT and image generators.
Exactly, but evolving fast. By 2026, the prediction is 75% of companies will use generative AI, maybe for creating synthetic customer data. That's up from less than 5% just last year.
Huge jump. And it's doing more than just text now.
Yeah, multimodal is the word. Over 40% of these solutions are expected to handle text, images, audio, and video.
And people seem to want this interaction. I saw something about younger consumers preferring chatbots.
That's right. Over 60% of 25 to 34-year-olds prefer them on brand websites. So companies are definitely testing AI using natural language for customer comms.
So we should expect, what? More sophisticated chatbots. Robots helping out in the real world.
Both. A boom in robotic systems using generative AI for communication, but also for offline tasks, simulating environments, even finding new product ideas.
Interesting. So the focus is shifting a bit in the AI market itself, then.
It seems so. The actual AI models might become more like commodities. The emphasis is moving towards usability, customization, and really importantly, security.
Rather than just who has the biggest model.
Precisely. Companies are building out whole ecosystems to cover different business needs. And another growing area is emotional AI.
Emotional AI, you mean AI that understands feelings?
Kind of. Systems that analyze human emotions, facial expressions, gestures, tone of voice.
Okay, where would that be used? Customer service.
Customer service, healthcare, education. But obviously, big privacy questions come with that.
Naturally. And regulations are catching up, too.
They're trying. The EU AI Act is a major example. But globally, there's a push for frameworks to ensure AI is, safe and ethical.
Right. Let's talk money. What's the economic picture look like with all this AI?
The numbers are pretty staggering, actually. The global AI market could hit almost $1.8 trillion by 2030. That's a compound annual growth rate of over 37%.
Wow. And its total contribution to the economy.
Estimates are around $15.7 trillion by 2030. We're talking massive growth in software, hardware, AI-powered automation.
But automation, that means jobs, right? What are the projections there?
That's the other side, yeah. Projections suggest AI could automate maybe 30% of global work tasks. That potentially impacts over 1 billion jobs in some way.
1 billion. That's a lot to wrap your head around.
It is. But on the flip side, AI is also expected to boost economies significantly, like potentially adding 21% to U.S. GDP by 2030.
And Poland. You mentioned specific insights there.
Yeah, for Poland, just maintaining the current pace of AI adoption could unlock an extra $134 billion for the economy by 2030.
So huge potential value. We see it sector by sector too, right? Healthcare, transport.
Exactly. Healthcare market over $200 billion by 2030, maybe 75% of diagnostics automated by 2028. Faster cancer treatment prep.
Transport getting smarter?
Yep, AI traffic management, like in London, more autonomous vehicle trials, widespread deployment in Europe, maybe by 2030.
Finance.
Big impact, maybe 90% of trading decisions AI-assisted by 2030.
Yep.
Fraud detection, credit scoring, compliance.
Manufacturing.
Huge potential value there, too, maybe $2.3 trillion globally by 2030. Automation, efficiency, less waste, better supply chains. Even education is getting personalized AI platforms.
So it's really permeating everything. How about just our daily lives?
Yeah.
Communication, fun?
Definitely. Communication tools are already using AI to automate press releases, social media posts, think personalized PR, sentiment analysis, real-time translation, better chatbots.
Hyper-personalized content.
Exactly. And entertainment is being transformed. AI composing music, editing video, designing games, even virtual influencers.
Virtual influencers are already a thing. Will we see AI actors?
Potentially. Some predictions say AI co-authors, co-directors, maybe even lead actors in films by 2033.
Okay, that's wild. But what about, real human interaction? Does all this AI connection affect that?
That's a major concern. This idea of potentially relying too much on AI companions, maybe leading to empathy atrophy or just masking loneliness rather than solving it.
Can AI really understand social situations yet?
Not really, not the complex stuff. Predicting human intentions, understanding subtle social dynamics, humans are still way better at that.
Which brings us to the ethics and the societal side. It's not all smooth sailing.
Far from it. Major challenges.
Yeah.
Job displacement, potential wage decline, the whole deepfake and disinformation problem, bias and algorithms leading to discrimination, privacy. The list is long.
So what are the solutions? How do we navigate this?
Well, there's talk of authentic intelligence, keeping humans in control, building inclusive infrastructure, democratizing AI education, focusing on human skills like critical thinking and creativity that AI doesn't have.
Human-AI collaboration, basically.
Exactly. Training for that. Building AI ethically from the start. Maybe even hallucination insurance for when AI gets things wrong. Plus transparency. Establishing oversight bodies like AI observatories.
And governments are stepping up. You mentioned the EU AI Act.
Yes, and organizations like the OECD and UNESCO are setting principles and recommendations. Poland has its own national strategy, too, focusing on society, business, science, education, and aiming for ethical development. There's a push for cybersecurity and even developing a Polish large language model.
So readiness is key for organizations, too.
Absolutely. Good data governance, redesigning roles, training employees, having clear AI policies, being ready for change. A skills-first approach to hiring.
Let's circle back to jobs specifically. What's the global picture?
It's complex. AI could affect over 40% of jobs globally. In the U.S., maybe automate nearly 30% of work hours by 2030, meaning millions might need reskilling.
And it affects everyone equally.
Not necessarily. Some reports suggest women might be more affected by generative AI, and lower-wage workers face higher risks of disruption. But demand for STEM jobs, especially AI and machine learning specialists, is set to soar.
A net loss of jobs overall.
Some predict a net loss globally by 2027, but it's debated. What's certain is that skills are changing rapidly. Maybe 70% of job skills will be different by 2030.
And in Poland, similar story.
Broadly, yes. About 1 in 5 workers is in a highly AI-exposed role. Finance, law, public admin, programming specialists in these areas might see changes. Women potentially more vulnerable there, too.
But also new opportunities.
Definitely. Growing demand for IT specialists, cybersecurity, ML experts, data analysts. New roles are emerging, too, like AI prompt engineers, AI ethics specialists. Poland's AI adoption has actually grown fastest in the EU recently, apparently.
Okay, let's look even further out. Beyond 2030, what's the long-term vision?
By 2034, AI will likely be deeply integrated everywhere. Better multimodal AI, maybe AI creation tools for everyone. That hallucination insurance might be real. AI as a strategic partner for businesses. Maybe even quantum AI starting to appear.
Artificial General Intelligence, AGI.
That's the big one. Some experts think AGI could emerge within the lifetime of today's kids. Timelines vary wildly, of course, but the consensus is AI will likely surpass humans in many specific tasks in the coming decades.
So potential for huge positives, healthcare, science, but also negatives like job loss, surveillance.
Exactly. It could really redefine what it means to be human, force restructuring of social systems. Advanced personal AI assistants seem very likely, but we need to actively manage the risk. Human agency is key.
So wrapping this all up, what are the main takeaways, the strategic imperatives?
For organizations. Focus on data. Invest in continuous learning for your people, AI literacy and human skills. Redesign roles thoughtfully. Have a clear AI strategy. Foster innovation, but set ethical boundaries. Stay adaptable.
And for individuals, like for you listening right now.
Develop those complementary skills.
Mm.
Critical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence, problem solving. Embrace lifelong learning. Understand the basics of AI. Be ready for career shifts. Adaptability is crucial.
And governance.
Invest in R&D, create supportive regulations, build up education, prepare the workforce for changes, cooperate internationally, and really address the ethical side head on. Build the right infrastructure.
Okay. So it's a massive transformation, loads of opportunity, but also some serious challenges to navigate carefully. Requires everyone, individuals, companies, governments, to be proactive.
Absolutely. Collaboration and responsible development are key.
Right. So to leave you with something to think about. As AI gets incredibly capable at tasks, we used to think we're uniquely human. What skills, what aspects of work and interaction do you think will remain truly human and become even more valuable in the decades ahead? That's the big question, isn't it? It is. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today.